I need a 30 for 30 to show that I'm different like Jordan and Pippen. I need a 30 for 30 like Jalen and Webber. Nobody gon' fuck on my click. I need a 30 for 30. All right, America, I'm glad that my brother Ray Caesar Leo could stay with me and JoJo for another segment, giving his expertise when it comes to being in the media. Again, America, if you don't know, don't play with my brother.
Yeah.
You understand? Do not play. This man is a former sports director. This man is a communications director currently. Do not play with him. You understand? So I wanted to get his reaction to the fiasco that was the now infamous Coach Prime press conference, where, if you don't know what I'm talking about, America, I'm talking about the press conference in which it seemed as if Coach was laughing at a question about there being a quarterback competition in the fall. Competition between Jalen Jones, who we know is in the transfer portal now, so he's out of that competition.
Yeah.
Quincy Casey and his son, Shador. And when the guy, when whoever asked that question, Coach seemed to just bust out laughing at the question. Now, if y'all fool with us for real, America, y'all know that I published the video where I was snapping out about that. Now, I've addressed that. I took the video down.
Right.
It had about 100 views, so some of y'all saw it. Hopefully, y'all went back and watched the other one.
Right.
Once I got new information, I took it down because, like I said, even though it was a stellar segment, one of our best segments ever, from between my passion and this one,
and Joe, for sure.
This one over here,
Joe giving a full on sermon,
It was a great segment, but I took it down because I didn't want inaccurate information out there. You understand?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I wanted to pull my brother's coat on the whole fiasco. You know what I'm saying? Because Coach Prime did come out and put out his version of the events, and that seemed to clear it up. But just wanted to see what he thought about it from his standpoint in terms of, if you in the media, would it be far-fetched for somebody to take it the way that not only me, a lot of folks took it and felt some type of way about that. So, brother, can you speak to any kind of situation you've been in like that, where something can be taken a wrong way? Maybe you interviewed a coach and you've been interviewed some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or think Prime handled it correctly. Just what were your overall thoughts on the whole press conference controversy?
Let me just kind of start off with some. I don't know if I'm pulling the curtain back, because I'm pretty sure most people know this, but for those who don't, every university, every major university, and Jackson State has reached that level now where they're no different. They have their own media production. You know what I mean? So what I mean by that is, you'll see like local affiliates in the room. If they're big time, you might see ESPN in the room, Fox Sports. But that university has their own media, on camera, on editing, on social media where they post it, what have you. So in that vein, there is a way for them to put out their own information without some of us knowing, if you're not following them 24/7, right? I got that. I don't want to call it an issue, but the thing that kind of caught me is when I watched all versions. So if I watch the local version, if I watch Jackson State's version, it was all very awkward. And here's why. The media are there to do a job, right? Just like Coach Prime is there to do a job. They're there to ask questions. And that question was a very poignant one. It was a very direct and very looking ahead type of question, where you need to be very direct because your words are powerful in that moment. Every word that Deion Sanders says while he's the head coach of Jackson State University is going to be powerful. He knows that. I'm not educating him on anything when I say that. I'm just speaking out loud so we can all be on one accord, okay? In that moment, we see behind their curtain, JSU's curtain, is that they have played this game where he has to say a couple of words to get it done, right? That was the wrong time to do it. And so when you're laughing, it comes off as you're not taking this reporter's question seriously. You're not taking this quarterback controversy seriously. And so you're just playing with this game. Deion may come back and tell you, no, I'm not. It's not that I'm not taking it seriously. I just really had the giggles. Cool. But what I'm telling you is it comes off. Perception is reality at this point that we're talking about, where you're coming off aloof in a quarterback controversy. Make no mistake about it. There is no quarterback competition. So whether you laughed or you were serious, when Shedeur Sanders is able to physically suit up for real, he's QB1. And nobody can say differently. Not even Prime. Because Prime has told him this will not happen under your watch. Shedeur is at Jackson for a reason. Otherwise, he'd be playing at another university. QB1 in 2021 is Shedeur Sanders. That's a fact. So if you combine that with laughing, then it comes off to be perceived as something else. I would never tell Deion Sanders how to run his shop because Deion Sanders has reached a level of fame and fortune that I hope to achieve. Let's just be real about it. I hope to achieve that, okay? Because you get a chance to make a difference. The brother said he's coming here to make a difference. I'm here to take him at face value on that. Where if you're here to make a difference, you got to treat this thing seriously at all times. You got to be able to rock with that and treat this reporter's serious question as is. If you got these two cold words that you got to put out there, man, pick another time to say it. Pick another time to say it because in that moment, it's tough. And if you're going to do that, here's my final piece on it. If you're going to do that, as soon as you answer that question, you got to follow it up and say, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to your question. I want you to know that we kind of got this little thing going along for another one of my companies in Barstool that they asked me to do these things. So I'm not laughing at your question, right? I'm just trying to make sure that I have a good time with all of this. To seriously answer your question, when we have our quarterback competition, we're all going to come in. We're going to figure out who can best lead this team to victory. If I can do that sitting here impromptu in front of y'all, surely the guy that is charismatic as Deion Sanders can do the same.
Let me pull your coat on this.
Yeah.
Have you seen, and for those of y'all that don't know, my brother has been in the room with Nick Saban, Ole Miss head football coaches, Mississippi State head football coaches. He's been in SEC media days. So he's been on some of these big gigs. Have you seen in those situations where a head coach would have like an outside affiliate, like a Barstool or something like that, covering them in on the presser and stuff like that? Somebody that's unaffiliated with the program.
Yeah, I don't know if it's to that level. You might see like a Bleacher Report or ESPN kind of follow a coach around and do a day of the life type deal. We've seen it with golfers, like they'll have a good time with it, to use that code word and try to slide it in. But it's in really like non-essential moments, as I like to say. It may be a press conference before the tournament starts if you're a golfer. It may be even after their round and they played a good round. They played a horrible round and they just use it on a throwaway question. Hey, Roy McIlroy, how was the greens today? Well, the greens, man, they were deep fried. The ball was just rolling really fast. And so, I had to kind of make my adjustments as I go. That's not a harmful type deal. We're talking about a quarterback competition where you're literally putting your son up against another young man in your program. That's different, man. That's personal. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. It's all about perspective. Even if you choose to do that, I'm not going to tell Deion Sanders he can't do that because I get it. He's at Jackson State to market the program, market himself, and make sure that all eyes fall on JSU. I think that's a great thing. We all on this panel think that's a great thing. You know what I'm saying? We think that's the right thing to do. But it's all about presentation. And in that moment, it was the wrong move. You know what I mean? And I have no fear, no bones about it. That was the wrong move. You come out and make the adjustment after the fact, that's fine. But in that moment, that's an easy fix. Now, I'm not here to just beat Deion Sanders up. I think he will learn as he goes because as great as a player he was, if he puts that same drive into it, I think he'll be a good coach. But at the end of the day, like all of this is happening, and we're talking about year one where you beat half of one meaningful team. You know what I mean? One meaningful team. you gotta at some point realize like what the end game is here. I do think his end game is to win championships and develop young men. Just right now, the course is not right. If you dig what I'm saying,
Man, I dig all of what you're saying.
yeah,
That's why I,
yeah.
that's why I reacted initially. Again, if you
No,
watch
I get it.
right now,
I get it.
hopefully y'all watch the video. JoJo just
I'm
hopefully
good.
y'all watch the video from
Yeah,
last week that I ended up putting out where I explained thoroughly. I love Prime.
yeah.
I
We
love,
all do. We all do.
but I loved the institution of Jackson State. I had Jackson State in my face.
Yeah.
Like that's tangible right here where we grew up since I was like this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even know what football was, but I'm at a parade in my city and I see the boom coming down. You know what I'm talking about? So that can make you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? So, like my brother was saying, just in that moment, I wish he would have not waited to after he finished the press. He did tell the reporters,
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm gonna tell y'all after, but that was one of those situations where I wish he would have told them, okay, forget the game. I know I just had a brain fart right here. I know how perception is gonna be because I've been in the limelight since the 90s.
Absolutely.
So I know what the perception gonna be. Let me go ahead and clear this up real quick because I don't want nobody to be thinking woo woo woo. You know what I'm saying? Because again, as I said, and I stand by this, no matter how many 4 and 5 stars we got coming, we gotta have depth. It's a violent game.
Yeah.
Some go down, unfortunate. Not even just at the quarterback position, at any of those positions. We'll be back to them 2 and 3 stars. And you got to coach him. Or if Prime does what I hope he does, because I don't think he's going to stay here forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We had King Rashad Milligan on earlier. And he said that he thinks the brother may stay 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out. But we know what Prime's end game is. I hope he's able to go and do big things in the SEC, ACC, something like that.
Absolutely.
But if that's the case, if you're going to win those divisions, everybody got 4 and 5s. All of them. They got 4 and 5s on the bench. So I want that brother, you know what I'm saying, to be successful. And I want Jackson State to be successful. JoJo, what you had on it, man, now that you've seen, because you had scripture in that thing and everything. So how did the video that Prime put out about the incident, how did that reshape your thinking on the incident?
So I was like, you know what? I misread. I misspoke. But here's what I will say, right? So you said the media has a job to do, right?
Yeah.
So if you knew that, you know, what you was laughing at was the 2 words you were given, and you tried to put it in, you know, your response, why not try to flip it and say, well, why would you ask me a question like that? Are you trying to divide my team? Because, I mean, even the media knows that Shador is going to be the QB.
Yeah.
We know that was a package deal. So Why would you ask me that question? I stand by all my guys.
Yeah.
Like, do you have another question that's going to help us?
And look, Joe, to your point, like that is totally fair. So as much as I say the reporters are there to ask those tough questions, hey, man, that response you just gave, if Coach Prime gave that right back to them, you know what I say to that? I appreciate it, Coach. And we move on to the next question because that is legitimate. That is legitimate. Hey, man, I'm here to win. All right. My son is here because I think he's a damn good quarterback, right? And whoever he goes up against, they're going to have a competition because I've seen this guy. I've seen him. I've seen his work ethic. I've seen what he can do. Don't divide me. Don't divide my guys. We're here to win as a unit. Man, if he says that, we move on. We're good. But he didn't.
But he did.
But he didn't. Yeah. And I get you. I get you, though. Like that's that perspective. And some may say the hindsight is 20/20 on that. I'm just of the mindset, Ray, personally, I'm of the mindset that Deion Sanders knows better because he specializes in this. He may not specialize in coaching yet, but he specializes in charisma and how to deal with the media. He's been doing that for years in 2 sports, right? So and he's been a member of the media for at least a decade. So I know for a fact that he knows the pros and cons, the highs and lows, and the cause and effects of how you talk to a person on camera, right? So that part, there's no leniency for me on that because I know that Deion knows better. He knows better than the top percentile of this country and this world when it comes to how to talk on camera. The coaching stuff, I'm not going to beat him up on that because that'd be like me thinking I'm great at something that I've done a few times on hand. And then when I really get into it, I'm not as great as I thought. I think with his work ethic, he's going to get better. He just got a real world evaluation this year. You know what I mean? Where guys were just waiting on him to come in and say, man, we've been doing this for years. You just started doing this. I think he'll make the adjustment. But on this topic, the press conference, he should win every single press conference. There is no week whatsoever that Deion Sanders and Jackson State should not win a press conference because you got the best in the business.
And that's why it was shocking to me, too, because I've been watching all of them, and he been killing them. He did a halftime interview during one of the games we lost, and the halftime interview was spectacular. He even told the reporter, he was like, I'm hoping that what we're doing can elevate you. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, you covering this game. She on ESPN, not getting seen. Maybe somebody will pick her up. It was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So when this happened, that's why I just thought it was real. No, I was like, it can't be nothing like he messing up or nothing like that. He got to just be like, you're asking a dumb question. You know my child is a 4-star. You know I brought him here to play. I thought he was just literally literally laughing because he's just so media savvy. He's so amazing. Like I tell you all the time, him, Michael Irvin. Mike Irvin is amazing on TV. Like if that boy ever decided to go on First Take with Stephen A and get Max out there, you know they know how they try to get the black white down there.
That's right.
If they ever decided to just do Mike Irvin versus Stephen A, Mike Irvin might take over that show. Because he's just that dynamic, and that's how Prime is.
Absolutely. You know, I was gonna say I thought maybe Prime wasn't used to losing, dealing with the media after losing. But when we really think about it, he wasn't really winning in Atlanta.
Oh no.
And he was still able to handle the media, so to speak. So you know, like Prime, I think you missed a golden opportunity to actually bring the team together.
It'll be a learning moment. And that's what we all want as we grow and go in our profession, in our lives, really. You know, none of us are perfect, and so we're always gonna find things that we can fine tune. I just say to Deion, like this is what he specializes in. You know what I mean? And I will continue to say this. He might have been laughing because, quote unquote, I was playing this game to fit these words in. But make no mistake about it, QB1 going into fall camp is Shedeur Sanders. I'm not backing off of that.
Ain't no doubt.
Right.
He can say QB competition, but when there's a QB competition, normally guys are duking it out, but a coach already has in mind who's the leader in the clubhouse.
Absolutely.
Shedeur Sanders is QB1. Otherwise, he would not be a JSU. That's a good thing for Tiger Nation. For D.I. Love, for the Bleed the Blue, all of that, that's great for you because that young man's got skills, real skills, right? So that's a good thing. So Deion has got to embrace that and just say, like he's done it every other time I've ever seen him on camera. Hey, man, at the end of the day, we're going to have a QB competition, but I know what my son brings to the table, and he is damn good, and y'all are going to get a chance to see it. I'm excited for JSU Nation. We're going to do it together, and my son is probably going to be the one to do it. Now, if there's another guy in here that can unseat him, I'm all about winning. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen because it's going to make my son better, raise his level of competition, and whoever that young man is who can unseat him will give us the best chance to win. Again, if I can do that, in front of y'all today, surely a guy who's been in front of the camera ever since he was 19 years old, at least 19, who's in his 50s now, surely that brother can say that eloquently, more eloquently than I just said.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Well, America, y'all chime in over there on Facebook. Put it on some Instagram. Put it on some Twitter, PIOS_100. And y'all tell us how you feel. I've been checking out some comment sections on some other videos. And you know, again, America, I Jackson State fans specifically. Look, I'm a Jackson State fan. Did graduate work at Jackson State. You know, I told y'all how I did with Jackson State. I just challenge us. Don't just be happy that we got Prime and then we let this man make it with everything he do. I'm saying this as a Deion Sanders fanatic.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay? But let's not just be happy that we got Prime and that anything that happens, we just gonna let him make it with it. Okay? Yeah. I'm just gonna say that, people. Y'all tell us what y'all think. Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit StatementTeesLLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.